housing market's a mess, and headlines are loud and everyone is guessing, but I'm here to give you the truth. No panic, no spin. I'm Laura Lalaki, international real estate agent. I've survived 2008, bidding wars, and broken appraisals. So yeah, I done seen a few things. So if you're feeling really confused and frustrated or worried about the housing market, you are not alone. Over the past year, several major reports from Bankrate, CBS News, Yahoo Finance, ATTOM, and the U.S. Census data all point to the same truth. The housing market is under real pressure, and it's affecting buyers and homeowners in a very different way. So let's break down what's happening. Get your notebooks, sit back, grab your coffee, grab your tea, your favorite beverage, I don't know, cocoa. We're going to talk about why it matters and what options you actually really have in real estate. Now, according to a recent bank rate study, reported by CBS News, more than 75% of homes in the United States are considered unaffordable for the typical household. Now, a home is considered affordable if total housing costs stay under 30% of household income. Now, today, that's becoming nearly impossible for most people because the median household income in the United States is about $84,000. So the average home price is around $435,000. So to afford a home, a household needs roughly $113,000 a year, okay? In high-cost cities like New York and San Francisco and Seattle and Los Angeles, families often need $200,000 or more just to qualify for a median-priced home. Now, this is why home ownership is starting to feel less likely to a middle-class milestone and more like luxury. And in fact, for the very first-time home buyers are in their 40s. The affordability crisis has pushed many would-be buyers out of the market entirely. Only about 24% of home purchases are now made by first-time home buyers. And in 2010, that number was around 50%. At the same time, the U.S. is facing a housing shortage of nearly 4.7 million homes, according to the dreaded Z word, Zillow. We get shivers. We simply don't have enough affordable housing to keep up with the demand. And this lack of supply keeps prices high, even when buyers are really struggling. So, at this point, at the same time, a large share of homeowners have no mortgage at all. Now, I know a lot of people are thinking, hey, that's actually good, right? But here's a surprising stat that explains why prices haven't dropped faster. According to Resi Club and U.S. Census data, over 40% of U.S. homeowners own their homes outright with no mortgage. Most of these homeowners are baby boomers, many of whom bought their homes a decade ago at a much lower price, have paid off their mortgage, are choosing to stay put rather than sell. So this limits how many homes come into the market, which is keeping inventory pretty tight. Over time, as these homes are inherited or sold, we may see more listings. But the transition will take years, not months. People are living longer. Now listen, there are other aspects to this as well. Because you know what? Lala don't give no fluff. We're talking real. Because I really truly believe in home ownership. And things are still selling. But you need to know what's really going on in the market without all the fluff and the lies and the spin that the government is giving you. You ready for this one? Take a sip. Let's take a sip. Job cuts are rising. And that matters for housing. Housing doesn't exist in a bubble. Jobs really do matter. So according to Yahoo Finance and Challenger Gray and Christmas, U.S. job cuts surged 183% in October of 2025. That's reaching 153,000 layoffs in a single month. That is the highest level since the 2008 financial crisis. Many companies in tech, retail, and logistics have cut tens of thousands of jobs driven by the economic uncertainty, the post-pandemic overhiring, increased use of AI and automation. Yeah, we're starting to see that. When people lose jobs or fear layoffs, they stop buying homes. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of my clients are telling me, we're going to hold off for just a minute. And a lot of my clients who already are homeowners are saying, I don't think we're ready to sell right now. This is when homeowners also begin to struggle with payments, right? Because the layoffs of what's going on. And refinancing is rising, but out of desperation. Many homeowners locked in low interest rates many years ago now are refinancing at a higher rate, but not to upgrade, but to literally survive. FHA refinance applications jumped sharply as people tried to consolidate high interest credit card debt, cover the rising cost of insurance and taxes and living expenses. Yeah, remember we talked about price of eggs? Oh, yes, baby. And trading a 2 to 3% mortgage for a 6% loan is rarely a good sign. It often signals financial strain, not financial progress. And as a result of this, foreclosures are increasing. And that is the loudest warning. According to ATTOM data reported by the Daily Mail, foreclosures are up more than 20% year over year. Now, November marked the 9th straight month of increases. Over 35,000 properties entered foreclosure in a single month. States like Florida, New Jersey, Nevada, Delaware, South Carolina are seeing some of the highest rates. But no area right now is actually immune. Foreclosures just don't affect one homeowner. They lower surrounding property values and signal broader economic stress. All right, so we talked about all that. Yeah. We talked about that. So now consider yourself educated. Because you see, an educated buyer is a smart buyer. An educated homeowner is a smart homeowner. What does this mean for you? This is not 2008, but this is a warning moment. Buyers definitely need a strategy, education, and realistic expectations. And homeowners need early action, not silence or shame. Waiting too long limits your options. So if you're a homeowner and you're facing financial stress, foreclosure is not your only option. Short sales, loan modifications, repayment plans, and other solutions may still be available, but actually, timing really does matter. It matters. So listen, buyers, you need to be educated about what's going on. Sellers, you do too. Because without buyers, you can't sell. And without understanding the market, you may be doing the wrong thing. So let's talk about your options. If you are thinking about buying a home and unsure exactly where you stand, or you're struggling with a mortgage payment and you're worried about foreclosure, or just confused about conflicting headlines, you need to reach out to me directly. I have lived through this. I actually got into the business when this was all starting. I started my business in 2006, and people told me I was crazy. But what happened was I learned what I needed to learn so that I can help people like you become a homeowner and to also help save their homes. So just reach out to me directly. There is a link. There's a link here. There's a link here that you can reach out to me directly. But if you're not ready to do that, make sure that you sign up for my newsletter. I also have a series of Lunch and Learns coming up. Listen, there is no judgment, there is no pressure, and no one person actually fits every single situation because every situation is different. And the earlier we actually talk about this, the more options you will have. So, buying smart or navigating hardship starts with a conversation. Let's figure this out. Let's figure out your next step together. So, subscribe, share, stay informed. Your financial future deserves better than fine print and wishful thinking. So, until next time, go be a good human. You never know when a smile is going to save somebody's life. Yeah. Mwah. Sugar. Peace.